Hello, and welcome to episode 4 of SoulFull Conversations. I am Mel, and this is the lovely Brooke. And what I love about sharing these SoulFull Conversations is these are real clients and their real Reiki stories. So, Brooke, we met about a year ago now, and tell me a little bit about kind of your Reiki journey. Did you know anything about Reiki? I know you had a friend that referred you that was a client, so just kind of share with us a little bit of why Reiki, what's happened?
Yeah, so I knew nothing and honestly was a little skeptical, if I can say that.
A lot of people are.
But yes, had a friend who I trusted very much, and she said, you've got to go see Mel. And so my first Reiki session, without giving too much away, was mind-blowing, for lack of better words. I think there was a lot of things that I was going through that I thought I was doing well at handling. And I think your body tells you something, even if you're like, no, I've got this. Your body's like, no, we don't have this.
No, babe.
We're still going through some things. Right. And so it was funny because we didn't really know each other that well. Didn't follow each other on social media. Like, you really knew nothing about me.
No.
But the things you told me, I'm like, how does she know that?
Your body told me.
Yes. And so, honestly, I had to take that in for a minute, and I had to take like a little bit of a break and just kind of wrap my head around all of it.
Process all of that. There was a lot.
There was a lot.
Yeah.
There was a lot. And I was exhausted. It was funny. You told me I had a meeting right after our session, and you were like, just go home. I said, no, I'll be fine. I went home, sat down on the couch, woke up 3 hours later, missed the meeting, missed everything, because I was just so, my body was like, okay, this is out now, and so we rested and recharged.
Perfect.
But then I decided that this needed to become part of my monthly, basically, like, upkeep, right?
Yeah.
Because, so I try and come at the beginning of every month, and it's really to just get grounded, for everyone knows, like, the next month brings so much, right?
Sure.
And so it's just kind of my hour for myself, where I just kind of rein it all in, let go of whatever happened the past month, and then be ready to accept anything that's coming, in the new month.
Right.
And since I've done that, I've just become so much more at peace with everything that's happening.
Because life happens.
Life happens. And it's all about how you deal with it.
Absolutely.
And so to be able to channel it in a positive way and do it this way versus, punching something.
This is way more than.
Has incredibly helped me. And then we've worked through some things that, like, I didn't realize I was still harboring, but I need to let that go in order to truly move on, in order to truly be at peace.
Yeah.
There are some things that I just need to let go, and you've helped me work through a lot of that. So I went from non-believer to believer very, very quickly.
Bam! Yes. No, I really love how you also touched on that you've not only come once a month, but you choose to do it at the first of every month. And that really sets the tone. And I think it's really important for people to understand whether it's a Monday thing, a monthly thing. They always say when you're working out, never miss a Monday, right? Because that sets the precedent for the rest of the week. It's the same thing for you. You are setting the tone of how you are carrying yourself through the month. And I think that is a beautiful way to really self-care, but to recharge, to ground, because the difference is too that people don't understand is when we're not grounded, everything that comes at us, we're just scattered. But when we're solid, we're grounded, we're centered, then when things come at us, we're able to I don't want to say combat, but we're able to work through them in a much more logical and sensical manner, where then we're not as reactive emotionally to things. So I think that's really important that you started to do that. Yeah,
and I work in a crazy world where there's always something coming at me.
Right, because you're a boss babe.
Yeah, thank you. But no, just doing all the things that we do, I need that kind of calm space
Yeah.
to always come back to just remember, like, it's bigger than whatever it is that I'm dealing with.
Right.
And I think you made a great point. Like, I work on my physical health a lot. I work out, I eat right, I try and take care of myself. My mental health is just as important.
Absolutely.
And it's really taken me up until this year to realize that. And so now I'm investing in my mental health just as much, if not more, than I invest in my physical health. And that has made me as a whole person just so much healthier.
No, you're absolutely right. And that's amazing. And I'm so happy that you're doing all of that, because it is so easy for us to get wrapped up in the day-to-day monotony, that rat race, right? And so we've got to get off that wheel to be able to really center and to help ourselves. And as we know, right, mental health is the most important, and especially right now. So if there's something that you would like to share about a Reiki session, if there's something you experienced, that you felt, that you saw, because I know there have been some things to come up for you during sessions. So is there anything that you would like to share with everyone watching?
Yeah, I think it's no secret. I've gone through a lot of health issues in the past year, and really it was crazy because you actually found them in my energy before I even knew what they were, and encouraged me to go see a doctor, and encouraged me to get some help. And actually the mutual friend that we have was also encouraging me. And so it was kind of that push of like, okay, maybe, because you always put yourself last, right? Like, the kids come first, and work comes first, and household things come first, and you just, whatever you're feeling just gets pushed to the side of, oh, I'm just tired, or, oh, I've just had a long day, or whatever. And ironically enough, I ended up, thankfully finding, so I had endometrial cancer, but I found it in stage 1, which is unheard of.
Yes.
And is just such a blessing. But it was, when you were in that area with my energy, you were like, there's something off.
We need to check on that.
I knew there was some, like, in the back of my mind, I was like, I probably should at some point in time go see my doctor. But then when you said that, and then when we had a mutual friend who also had, similar symptoms, and then she had got diagnosed with cancer, I was like, okay, this is a sign, right? Like, there's too many people telling me too many things in the one direction. I need to go. And had I not, I may not be sitting here today,
Just got chills.
Yeah.
You can't see it with my sweater today, but yeah, I'm lit in chills.
Yeah. It was, I mean, all of you helped save my life.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was crazy. I know that sounds, for people who have never done this, it sounds so weird, right? To say that, someone can feel something in your body. And I was the biggest skeptic and was like, what are you talking about? There's nothing there. 2 weeks later, the doctor's like, there's something there. So that was kind of the huge turning point for me of like, okay, this is something that I need to integrate in my life, because my body is telling you things that I don't even realize.
Sure.
And
thank you. Wow, I didn't know what you were going to share, but that was really good. And you're right. I mean, all of that, it was a very vulnerable moment for you and I to share in that. And I'm so glad that you took the time. And, I tell people every day, our bodies are listening to, or are talking to us. We just have to listen to it. And you finally were like, okay, time out. I'm listening. Here we are. What are we going to do with this? And there are so many times that, whether they're a Reiki master, an energy worker, a shaman, there's all of these different modalities that people will feel when they're a practitioner or a Reiki master. They will feel in your energy body medical things before either blood work or scans show it. Because, right, scientifically, everything is energy. So it's so important for us to really listen to those things. Oh, I'm so glad that you shared that.
Yeah. Wow. It was crazy. But I'm here. And
you're here to tell the tale.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Brooke, thank you again so much for taking the time to share with me, to share with them, all of this just amazing journey that you've had with Reiki and the energy and your personal experience. So thank you.
I'm grateful for you.
Oh, I'm grateful for you. I appreciate it so much.
Absolutely.
Well, we've got a session to do, so we're going to hop off. But thank you again so much for watching. If you've not already, please subscribe, hit that like button, and share with everyone else that maybe they could have some Reiki in their life as well. I'm Mel, and I will see you so soon.